Okay, so we're going to start off by showing you a video that we want you to put yourself in the situation of. So, we have 3 predictions of what your reactions would be. 1, you look at the person who fell and keep walking. 2, you look at the person who fell and laugh. Or 3, you help the person who fell.
Alright, so in our EVT experiment, the design consisted of a member of our group walking to the store with their hands full of items. The group member falls to the ground in front of a bunch of people in the store. Those within the group hide around the corner and take notes of the reactions of the subjects involved in the experiment.
What is the EVT violation in this experiment? The EVT violation here relates to an embarrassing moment or being caught off guard in a public setting.
We used the predictions we mentioned earlier in the video to put together our hypotheses.
So our first hypothesis is that when the expectancy violation occurs in a public setting, the expected reaction is a negative attraction.
Our second hypothesis is that when the expectancy violation occurs around an older subject, the reaction may be a more positive reaction than when it occurs around a younger subject.
We tested our experiment on 18 different subjects. 3 had positive reactions, 10 had negative reactions, and 5 had no reaction. A positive reaction example is when a group of women at Kohl's tried to save face, joke it around, and try to help Adam up as quickly as they could. A negative reaction example is when a girl saw Adam fall, simply asked if he was okay, and then walked over him without any concern. An example of no reaction is when people would look up and not ask if Adam was okay, and then continue on with what they were doing.
In our main hypothesis, we found to be very accurate. We mainly experienced negative attractions from running our experiment. In our second hypothesis, we found it to be very valid. This is important to our audience because it is something that happens all the time in our society. People may do things that can be embarrassing for them in a public setting. It is good to be aware of how people react. A lot of times, a helping hand goes an extremely long way. In this instance, it had to do with someone tripping. But in other instances, it may be something else that can have a longer effect. Also, it is important to know how people behave in these types of situations because it tells a lot about our society and how sympathy is projected, especially in the world we live in and we are growing up in today.